Hello everyone. In the last video, I shared the first meeting with client for an NGO website. We discussed their requirement, their goal, and how project should be planned. After meeting, client shared their proper documentation and I spent time to structure the project. So, in this video, we are starting actual development work. This is the first day of real coding for this project. In this video, I will set up the project from scratch. I will create folder structure, set up the backend as well as frontend starter project to make sure everything's run correctly. This is very important because clean setups helps to avoid many errors and bugs later. If you are building your own website or application, this video will help you to understand how real projects are initiated in clean and future-proof way. Now, I'm starting creating main folder structure. At this stage, I'm not writing any logic. I'm only focusing on structure. I like to separate things clearly visible like backend, frontend, configuration files, and many more. This looks simple, but structure make your project easier to understand even after a few months. Now, I'm setting up the backend starter project. I always start with basic setup, nothing complex. The goal is here to make sure server can run properly. Before adding real APIs, I like to confirm that backend is stable. Now, we first set up backend. So inside backend folder, we need to initialize our backend using npm init -y to initialize our backend. After this command, our backend is initialized. So I need to install our main dependencies to run our backend. So need dependencies like express, course, and .env. These are basic dependencies for our backend starter project. After this, we need one more dependency, that is nodemon. So this is a for running our backend folder. So npm i -d nodemon. This dependency is used to run our project without reloading. After this, we have to set up our package.json. Inside that, first of all, we need to change our type. So in this default common JS is there. So we are using modern, that is module type. After that, need to change script. So this is test script. Inside that, we need to add start and dev dependencies to run our project. So start and dev dependencies will be created. So start equal to colon node, and main thing, we are creating src like folder structure. So just like that, we are creating our start project. So node src slash our main file is server.js. After that, to run in dev dependency, dev equal to nodemon src slash server.js. So here we go, package.json is created successfully. Inside that, we need to create src folder, and inside that server.js. So this is main folder structure for backend. So need to create one basic server. So need first express. So importing express, import express from express. After express, we have installed two more dependencies, that is course and .env. So import course from course and course, and one more, that's .env from .env. After that, these are the dependencies. So need to config the .env. After this, we are creating our app, const app equal to express. This is our app, is our main variable which are used to create our backend. So app.use equal to bracket course. After that, bracket express.json. So we need to create health check API, that is app.get in bracket slash in bracket request comma response. Inside function, we need to check our backend. So request dot send, we can add anything in our console. So Backend is running successfully or backend is set up successfully. That is our message. After this, we need to add port and then listen the server. So const port equal to process.env.port or default is 5000. After that, listening server is running on port. So this is our basic starter backend. So clear and npm run dev to check backend is running or what. And here we go. Our backend is running successfully. Server port is 5000. Now backend is created successfully. We need to create frontend. So for frontend, we are using React. So using with React, we are creating our frontend file. So npm create with at latest frontend. Enter. This will create our with React folder, that is our frontend file. So creating using React and language is JavaScript. This will be no, this yes, and create our frontend file, that is our React frontend. Now main file is created, app.js is created. We don't need this code, we will be remove in future. Okay, so dependencies are installed successfully. Now running our starter project of React, that is the basic counter app. So localhost 5173 is our starter project. Counter website is running successfully. Now we need to remove all styles, app.css, index.css and app.jsx. All code will be removed, and starter project, that is RFC, it is a shortcut to create starter project, will be showing only app. So refresh, app will be shown. Now we need to set up Tailwind CSS to style in our upcoming front end. So in terminal, front end file, then this way dependency will be installed. After this dependencies installation, we need to import Tailwind CSS in with.config.json. Okay, so this dependency is installed successfully. Then in with React, we need to import that file, import Tailwind CSS, and we need to use with React. After that, we need to import Tailwind function. Then checking our import. So import Tailwind CSS need to add in index.css. This will use all properties of Tailwind CSS. Now npm run dev to check Tailwind is installed properly or not. Okay, it will showing error. What happened? Okay, at the rate is missing, so we directly copy from here and paste here with config.js and replace this file. The at the rate is missing, that's why it's showing error. Now npm run dev. Now file is running successfully without any error, as this can be. So need to test front end. Now we will create here h1 tag for starter project. Okay, so h1 tag, h1, then hello ngo frontend. Okay, so testing our Tailwind CSS integration. Inside that, class name equal to text blue 600 and increase font using text to XL. Checking. Okay, now our Tailwind CSS is also successfully created or integrated. Now our backend as well as frontend both files are integrated, or starter project will be done properly. Now both are able to use in upcoming future projects. So with both backend and frontend setup, this become our base starter project. Every feature, flow, UI direction from here will evolve strictly based on the actual project requirement. Now, from next video, we are actually taking direction to our NGO website, how backend APIs are created and how frontend UI is built as per our NGO website will be shown in next video. To learn how project will be started and how we can take direction to our projects, stay connected with us. Thank you for watching.